Prince Handley coming to you with 100,000 watts of pure healing, miracle-working love. I have some news for you today about your life, your future, and the future of your friends, family, and maybe your foes. I'm going to talk to you about what's happening today and what's going to happen in the future, and I'm going to give you a little insight into what you may not know about. Most of you listening to me are familiar with artificial intelligence, or AI, and there's a lot of news about AI, even today, even recently. Let me just share you some certain things. Meet Norman, the psychopath AI that's here to teach us a lesson. And that's a team of researchers from MIT trained the AI algorithm on the darkest corners of Reddit. Also, Google fills concrete AI weapons policy with caveats. Google pledges to not work on weapons after Project Maven backlash. The creator of Destroy Humans robot wants civil rights for androids. And hundreds of AI experts call on Google to stop weaponizing technology. And also, spend and save, why we need to protect our income from robot automation. And then we have certain voices from the Word telling us that investment in AI is essential for our future health, and how artificial intelligence can help repair storm damage. And so if you're interested in employment, AI researchers earning over $1 million at nonprofit organizations. And by the way, if you're into tech games, teaching computers to play Doom is a blind alley for AI. So a lot of stuff's happening, good, bad, indifferent, but you got to make up your mind as to where you want to go. I always tell people, we need to know where we're at, where we're going, what's happening now, and what's going to happen in the future. But a lot of times people are sitting on their rear parts, and they're not determining their own future. You need to let God lead you and speak to you and pray, and at times fast. You need to be in the Word of God, the Tanakh and the New Testament, the Brit Hadashah. The words of God will lead us and guide us. But let's get back to AI. I want to talk to you about AI. And today I'm going to share some things. Lots of teaching on AI. That's why I brought the little intro in there, even in the news. But I want to talk to you about more than that. There's much more than just artificial intelligence. I'm going to talk to you about grin and bear it. That's grin, like grin on your face. I'm going to talk to you about genetic alteration or modification. I'm going to talk to you about robotics, about information, nanotechnology, technological singularity, competitor or partner. I'm going to give you some information on synthetic biology, to lust or not to lust. I should say to last or not to last. I'm going to talk to you about GRIN, G-R-I-N, geopolitics and global guides. I'm going to talk to you about Israel, 3 strikes and you're in. New signs, external players, UFOs and alien abductions. Sodom revisited. Give you some information on the Nephilim, a giant move, new global governance, and the falling network and 10 regional leaders, plus the mystery matrix, and Israel, ISIS, and information. Now, why do I share all that? Because there's a lot more happening than just artificial intelligence. So I'm going to give you a little bit every day. This is a brand new format on my podcast. So let me give you a little insight what we'll cover today. And just a little forward all the way through. We're at the threshold of the most cataclysmic, the worst and most evil change in society that planet Earth has ever known. This change is at the same time malevolent and opaque. You will not see through it unless you listen to what I'm teaching on the Prince Handley podcast. I'm not talking about the New World Order, global governance. All that's a small part of it. I'm talking about something so sinister and at the same time so appealing to every thinking person. I'm talking about something that has as its core association in age-old biblical history, but at this moment is on the cutting edge of science and technology. Don't be mistaken. Even though the triad of government, military, and education is spending millions of dollars in research and development with the financial support of banks and corporations, there is an unseen dark force behind the push forward. But here's something even more amazing. There is also at this time a hidden geopolitical behind-the-scenes amalgamation, a spiritual collusion, if you will, both human and otherworldly, that's being orchestrated to facilitate control of you and your family. Let me just tell you what I said again. There's something even more amazing than what we just discussed. There's at this time a hidden geopolitical behind-the-scenes amalgamation, a spiritual collusion, both human and otherworldly, that is being orchestrated to facilitate control of you and your family. Don't worry about being left behind at the appearing of Messiah Yeshua or Jesus, that is, if you know him. What you need to worry about now is being left behind by enhanced humans, being tempted to sacrifice your autonomy, being set up to use your children's DNA, being handed over to the global citizenry. Think it's not possible? Then you need to listen to me. Prince Handley, the Prince of Podcasting, will show you the interconnection of the mystery matrix, the players and their assignments. The matrix relates to Israel and the end times, and the defined role of ISIS and Islamic terrorism, plus secret intel and prophecy for your victory. I'm trying to help you, your family, your loved ones, your friends. Hang on. You're about to learn what is really happening, who's behind it, and how to arrive on the other side victorious. I talked a little bit about grin previously. You're listening to me while a new species of humans is being developed. A superhuman, enhanced human with super intellect and physical abilities. I'm talking about true, accurate, and contemporary, current, plus already planned research associated with the real documented enhanced human developments are now being discussed and carried out in research and development. Grin and bear it is just that. It's too late. You have to bear it. It's already happening. What you're going to learn about is real, it's contemporary, and it's catastrophic. You will have to bear it. However, how you do so will determine your destiny in this life and forever. As for grin, you will learn about G, genetic alteration or modification, R, robotics, I, information technology, N, nanotechnology. These will be discussed separately, but now let's take a test ride. See if you're up to the rest of this teaching. Warning, you haven't seen anything yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. We're just scratching the surface here at the start. Computer scientist Bill Joy and many other writers have identified cluster groups of technological advances that they esteem critical to the future of humanity. Bill Joy warns that these advances have potential to be used by elites for either good or for either. For example, when superhumans become advanced, enhanced to stage where the ordinary normal human is no longer relevant other than slave activities, then genocide, mass destruction of the normal humans, that's probably you and me, will become efficient in terms of global governance. More about this later, just hang on, if you can. Joy and other writers feel that such techno-human advances could be used as good shepherds for the rest of humanity, or decide everyone else, the normal original human, like you and me, is superfluous and push for mass extinction of those made unnecessary by technology. Well, you getting an idea? That could be where the Antichrist, the beast, the false Mashiach comes into play. We're going to cover that in the future. As for now, I've given you enough to sit down, rest, and probably vomit. Know where you're at, know where you're going, know what's happening today, my friend, and I'm going to show you what's happening in the future. This has been your friend, Prince Handley, coming to you with the blessings of God to overtake you, prosper you, and give you healing, health, and wisdom for the days ahead. Baruch haba B'Shem Adonai.